Hey guys, it's Shelly. Welcome back to my channel. I probably should start updating some of the things behind me since the holidays are already over, and by the time this video goes up, it's probably gonna be like the second half of January. But I really don't know what to put back here, so if you guys have any suggestions of where to find some cool stuff, let me know down in the comments because I'm definitely looking for some new items to put back here. I did find someone locally who makes like some really cool paper flowers, so I'm looking to get an arrangement from her, but if anyone else has suggestions, I am terrible at finding stuff like that. But anyways, this video is going to be very interesting for me to film. I actually totally forgot that this happened to me, and I don't know how I forgot because it was just such a shocking thing, but I think, you know, quite some time has passed since this incident came up. So I was actually having a conversation with someone and this came up. So really it was about like replica items and things like that, and I'm not a person who is for replica items for, you know, a variety of different reasons. So I know that this can be kind of like a sensitive topic, and really like my own personal opinion on replica items of luxury goods is, you know, just it's not something that I personally support because I think there's a lot of creativity and like intellectual property that goes into creating these goods, but also like the integrity of brands and things like that. I would definitely say that that's something that I respect. You know, like when there's artists and stuff out there, I think that their work is very important to them, and that's something that I personally just don't want to mess with. You know, I respect and acknowledge that someone put their hard, you know, work and creative mind into making, you know, art and luxury goods and like design and all that kind of stuff. And so, you know, that's something that I respect. And so I am not someone who purchases replica items. Really, this video is about, and what I wanted to talk to you guys and kind of tell you a story that happened to me is when I thought I was ordering an authentic item, and when I got it, it was completely not that. So this actually happened quite some time ago. I believe it was in 2017 or prior, so about 3 to 4 years ago. And I was on a hunt for shoes for my wedding. So that's really how this came about. So if you're wondering what shoes I actually wore to my wedding, I made a video on that. There are some Manolo Blahniks, and I'll leave a link up here and down in the description box so you can go and check that out. But initially, you know, in my mind, I was going through the variety of different brands out there as far as like what kind of wedding shoe would I like to wear. For me personally, I did want to go with a designer pair of shoes. So I want to say like the top couple of brands I thought of were Valentino, Christian Louboutin, Jimmy Choo, and Manolo Blahnik. I knew that I was going to want to, you know, take some time with getting shoes or like trying them on in store and making sure I really like them. And so I started this process of looking for a shoe pretty early on. So one of the first shoes that I found online and considered wearing were Christian Louboutins. And to be really honest with you guys, I think I have another video where I talk about the Christian Louboutins that I own. They're not that comfortable in my opinion. I think, you know, some other people out there who wear heels often or can just deal with the pain are okay with wearing them. But for me personally, as I've mentioned in prior videos, I'm definitely a person who wears flats a lot more than heels, and I just don't want to deal with heels that are going to be causing me pain. But I decided to try a pair of Christian Louboutins anyway because I know they're like iconic shoes. I love the red sole. You know, I think there are a lot of great designs that go well with wedding attire, so that's what I decided to go with first. So I will not say where I actually purchased these shoes from because it is from a reputable place, and I personally don't put blame on that store necessarily. I think there was maybe something that happened along the way of the shoes being made and then, you know, getting it into my hands. And something happened there where the shoes that I ended up with, because I ordered them online and they came to me, the shoes that I ended up with when I opened the box were definitely not authentic. So I will add some pictures up on the screen because that was, you know, so long ago, 3-4 years ago. I didn't have my channel at the time, or I definitely would have made a video on it, you know, right then and there when it was happening. I did get the authentic version in my hands to try on and decided that I didn't really like those. Like they weren't as comfortable for me. The heel was a little bit too thin. So I will also include a picture of the actual authentic shoe and what it was supposed to look like. What I actually got was so surprising to me. I was basically shocked. Obviously, once I, received the delivery, I opened it up right away because I was so excited, and it literally looked like a craft project. This shoe, like, you could just tell by the construction and the workmanship that these were not authentic. I basically felt like a kid poured multicolored glitter on a pair of shoe that had glue all over it, and that was like part of the production process or something. It was just crazy. I don't know, let me know what you guys think down in the comments after you see these pictures. So I dug up my old photos that I took. These pictures are actually posted up on my old blog. If anyone happens to find it out there, I dug them up on my computer and transferred it onto my phone so I could take a look and kind of talk through it, look at these pictures and remember what I was thinking. But when I opened it up, it basically looked like a bunch of multicolored glitter was poured on these shoes. The style of the shoe on the replicated version was actually not identical to the style that I saw online. So basically, the replicated shoe wasn't even the proper style. It was like a different kind of cut of the pump, and yeah, it just looks like glitter was poured all over it. Even the box on the outside looked a little bit different. Like the texture of the box, I remembered, seemed a lot thinner and not as high quality as the real Christian Louboutin box. The dust bag was off-centered. The font looked a little bit different or squished, almost like someone put it through like Photoshop and manipulated it. Even I also took some close-up photos here, and you can see that the red color of the bag, and even where it says like Paris, like the ink looks like it's kind of bleeding through the fabric, but also the weave of the fabric was a little bit like the knit of the bag. It was like, I don't know, more porous. I don't really know what other word to use. So the authentic shoe that I have in these pictures are obviously a different style of shoes because I had to return the replicas to the store. Obviously, that's not what I was ordering. I had paid full price for these shoes. I wasn't about to get a replica that, was worth much less. But you can definitely see like around the edges of the shoe, the replica looks like it's like this thick rolled leather, whereas the authentic shoes that I already have were, they're done very like smooth over the sides, like the edges and the stitching is very smooth. Even the inside of the shoe, or the like gold embossed Christian Louboutin, looked of a lesser quality. The font looked like slightly different or like thinner or something like that. The word Paris looks different as well. You could just tell by the quality of the gold stamp itself that something was going on there. The bottom of the red soles also looked a lot different. The authentic Christian Louboutins on the bottom have a high gloss red sole, but the replica version, I don't know what it was made out of. I mean, to me, it kind of looked like a dull plastic or something. I don't know how else to describe it, but that was another giveaway for me. But yeah, I remember opening up the box and being like super shocked at what I saw inside because I could tell like right away that these were not authentic shoes. As soon as the customer service was available, I can't remember if it's like a 24-hour customer service or if I had to wait, but I remember calling them like ASAP and telling them like, hey, I'm like super surprised at what I received. These do not look authentic. It's a designer pair of shoe. Here's my order number, pull it up. And they just told me to return the shoes back in store as soon as possible so that someone there could take a look at it. So I reordered the shoes. There was no problem at all. It was just a very like surprising experience, especially when the point of it was for me to like order a wedding shoe. To be honest with you guys, because I think that sometimes, an experience like this could change someone's mind as far as what they actually want for their wedding shoe. I honestly wasn't going in set with this one in mind. I just wanted to look at it to see if, it spoke to me and I wanted to buy it. So it didn't really impact my decision with not going with this shoe. When I got the authentic pair of shoes and I tried them on, I already knew that I wouldn't be able to last like that many hours during like an entire wedding ceremony and reception wearing those pairs of pumps. So that's really the reason why I ended up not going with these. But it was just a crazy experience, and I hope that this had never happened to anybody else. It was definitely shocking to me. But if you happen to know of some story where this happened, or if it happened to you as well, let me know down in the comments because I'd be really interested to know, and I also would, it would help me feel not as alone. Obviously, this is a super unfortunate thing, and I'm really hoping it doesn't happen as like frequently or at all. I hope this was just like a crazy like fluke, a weird thing that just happened. But yeah, it was definitely an interesting experience, and I think, you know, in some way I was a little bit thankful that I was familiar with the product before getting it in. That's definitely one reason why I sort of stay away from ordering things online if I can help it. I know that not everyone out there has the opportunity to go into the store that might be, you know, locally or near your home, to actually go and check things out. I think it's crazy because, you know, I did order it from a reputable source, and I definitely thought that I was gonna get exactly what I ordered. But anyways, just throwing it out there as like a, you know, be aware, things can happen. Again, I hope this never happens to anybody else out there. And I would just suggest like being very aware and examining the things that you're buying online, especially if it's like a high-end luxury thing that you spent your hard-earned money on. I totally understand that you don't want your money to go to waste or anything like that. So anyways, you guys, thank you so much for watching this video. I hope you found this story interesting. I hate to say I hope you enjoyed this video because it's just bizarre and crazy and really unfortunate. If anything, I hope you guys found it entertaining. If you want to see more videos like this, don't forget to subscribe to my channel. And if you found this video interesting, please like this video. All right, you guys, take care. I hope you've been having a great January. I'll see you guys next time. Bye.